Hello guys, Sibai Live. So today we have Ubers. We're going to be laddering some Ubers today. I got this team that I built with level 56 because I had him for Ubers tutoring. And I wanted to play Ubers because he's really fun. And I really like how much power there is in the tier. I like using really strong Pokemon. So I want to get into Ubers as well as OU as well. So this is going to be the first episode, I guess, of Ubers laddering. I already have this, all I'm using already, like 1600s, which is 1618, so look at that win loss. I don't know why it's still this high, like of a GXC, but that win loss, all these losses from learning, if I'm being honest. Ubers, is this the Ubers ladder? Ubers, 1618 is 100 something, 100. This is my other alt. Okay, I have to refresh, but it's around this area, so let's search for some games, but let's go over the team real quick. Let me close these tabs a little bit. So first we have Growth, Shaymin. Z Growth gives you +2 in special attack, so that allows you to KO stuff like Groudon and Dustmane Necrozma at +2 with a little bit of prior damage. You could run Z Celebrate because it did get Celebrate. Like, it got Celebrate like a week ago. I think a little bit less than a week ago. But what's the point of running Z Celebrate when you have speed most of the entire tier? You have speed even up to like Marshadow. The only mons that are outpacing you are Dustmane, Necrozma, like Ultra Necrozma. But we have, you know, pretty good checks to it. And this Pokemon. What's his face? Gengar. So we gotta eliminate those as well as get rid of the Scarf Yveltal or Scarf Xerneas if they do have those. Other than that, like Air Slash KOs like Marshadow, Sea Flare just for good stab. Does lots of damage. Next we have Mixed Defensive Groudon, pretty standard set. Spadef, Heal Bell, Magearna to help get rid of status on our other members. Defog Giratina. We opted for dual status so that we can actually Thunderwave stuff like Scarf Yveltal, Scarf Xerneas, or just regular Geomancy Xerneas for our Shaymin. And then we have Scarf Yveltal just for revenge kill and deal with Marshadow. Dealing with Arceus forms if they are toxic, like Arceus Ground, if it's toxic, we do beat it 1v1 with the Oblivion Wing. Ice Beam will do a decent amount, but it depends like what percentage it's at and whether how much it has to recover. And then we have a defensive Arceus Water with enough speed for standard Solomon. So let's actually find a game. In testing, this team has done pretty good. This is kind of the matchups where it actually does really good. I think I have a team just like this, honestly, but I think I have a Kyogre over this and an Arceus over this Pokemon, but /IO, good luck. So looking at his team, usually they run Arceus Fairy when they have this and this on the same team, and they have an Arceus form. It does help him check Marshadow and stuff. I think he would lead off with probably his Yveltal or his Ho-Oh. I think Giratina is a no drawback play because if he leads off with either, I'm good. I'm going to throw off a Toxic. As he does throw off a Banded Brave Bird, and this Toxic is going to help whittle him down. So now I can go out into my Arceus Water, as I will be able to take a Brave Bird if you would like to opt for that, and I can just recover. And this is my initial switch into Banded Ho-Oh, as it looks like he's just going to spam Brave Bird, but I will be able to recover later on, so that's good for me. He should go for close combat here. I could go into Giratina and pivot Dark Pulse, but I'd rather just go into Yveltal and throw off an Oblivion Wing, as he goes for that close combat. That is going to do loads of damage, but I can Oblivion Wing here, get some health back as he goes out into his Arceus Ground. That's going to give me a good chunk of health back, yeah. And I don't deal with this mon that well, huh? I see him just throwing off an Ice Beam here. I really want to recover my Arceus Water, but I can't bring it on an Ice Beam. that Groudon? Huh. I should be able to live an Ice Beam after the next Oblivion Wing. So I'm gonna go for another one. I should be able to live. Yeah. And don't freeze me. Nice, nice, nice. And now I can just KO him, or you can go into his Duskmane and give me damage for Shaymin. So I'll take that. That's really, really good. And we're actually gonna find out what kind of Necrozma he is. Duskmane. Duskmane Necrozma. That is looking like a bulky Necrozma. That did 18%. So I think he's the weakness policy one. It looks like he's the weakness policy, or I think max HP wouldn't even take 18. Yeah, so he could be max HP. He could be a Spadef variant with the Z move still. He could also be set up. But then this would be a Z-mod anyway, so maybe it's just a bulky setup Necrozma. I'm not really sure. Either way, I will be able to recover on this. I'm really not sure what this is. Still, I think my Groudon is fine here. And let's see what he goes for. Goes for the Photon Geyser. Okay, why? He went for Photon Geyser on my Yveltal, so okay, I guess he got me. I mean, he knows Precipice Blaze can come out here. I'm just gonna go for an Overheat, as I do knock out his Arceus Ground here. Nice. So that thing was a menace to switch into. Absolute menace to switch into. But it's looking really, really good. Once I can recover my Arceus, we should be good to go. He goes into his Groudon here. I'm assuming he's Rocks, because he went for Photon Geyser on this, so I think this is Ultra Necrozma. I'm going to go out to my Giratina here on what I'm assuming to be... Oh, Earth Power. Okay. Earth Power, huh? So that means I get a recover on this, and I want my Arceus alive. So, in the off chance I do outspeed, I would like to get a Toxic off here, and he does reveal Eruption. So this is a free recover with my Arceus, and my Arceus does wall a lot of his team. So I'm really glad I could get this off. Considering he showed Photon Geyser, he is the special one. Photon Geyser. I don't think you'd go for an I think he's gonna Ultra thing here. Oh, he went for the Sunsteel. Oh, he got me. He got me. He got me there. But I think he's gonna go out into his Yveltal here. I'm gonna go for the Oblivion Wing. Would he stay in here? Hoping that I'm not Scarf. It's probably in my best interest to just Dark Pulse. I think it's yeah, nice. As he does live, that's fine, honestly, because that damage is just nice for me. I'll take that, honestly, because I only needed that to check really this mon. Set up. I still can't win with Shaymin just yet. I can go into Arceus here. I think Arceus is fine. I was thinking about going into Shaymin, but going for Earth Power, but then he gets to go into Yveltal and then possibly U-turn if anything. This is just, I can fire off a Toxic here. I really do want to just fire off a Toxic. I'm gonna do it. As he goes for this Ultra Form and goes for the Photon Geyser, that's not gonna do that much. Oh, okay, I killed him because he wasn't actually at that range. Okay. That's fine. Brings out the Yveltal. I'm gonna bring out my Magearna. I really have no reason not to. Goes for the Toxic. So he's a defensive set, so that means my Shaymin just wins. Straight up. Straight up just wins. I don't think you stay in here. Florican is too free. I want to bring in my Arceus on the Groudon. Yeah. Actually, no. There was no point for me to do that because he was Eruption. He's not. I don't think he's Rocks on this. I'll go for Recovery here. I didn't have to make that play. So if he stayed in, that could have been bad. I forgot this thing was Eruption. He shouldn't be Rocks then. I just didn't want him to get free Rocks and then have me in a bad situation while Arceus low. Alright, so Arceus is inside. We do beat this. We can easily just Judgment here. We take nothing from this. We're EV. That was a min roll too. We're EV to take this hit. Nice, and we knock out Marshadow. In comes the Yveltal. We go out into Magearna here. As he doubles on the Groudon, which doesn't matter because we take any hit he wants to go for it with. Don't be random as Solar Beam garbage. Don't be that shit. Yeah, we should eat this up easily. And I can just recover now. As he goes for Earth Power, not doing any damage. So recover, spam. Cover a little bit more. And now we'll throw off a Toxic here. As you do Connect. And now we can just recover. And it looks like Arceus should be able to just win this game. Yep. Just spam recover here as he forfeits. Nice. So we'll find another game. That's what the Arceus is there for, to beat, man. This is honestly just be a late game win con. And toxic everything. I really like this team a lot though. It is a little bit weak to Ho as you saw, but like we can just toxic it with Giratina and then go into Arceus and keep it in check. And then if we pressure rocks, we're good. We might have to pause if it takes a little bit long to get games because we are getting a little bit higher in the ladder. I'm not sure how much people are actually playing Ubers right now, so let's see. Yeah, not a lot of people. These guys are pretty low besides for these guys. Slash rank. We're at 1643. Nice. Yeah. So this guy is a Whimsicott, which is interesting. Shaymin looks good every game, but then doesn't really do too much. That's what I found. The good thing is that if we can kill this, they never let me kill Yveltal, which is a problem though. Hopefully I can possibly get a Thunder Wave off with it, but he's gonna go into Sableye on my Giratina. I'm assuming he's gonna lead off with Sableye actually. Just gonna lead off with Groudon. He leads off with Marshadow. Do I want to take a close combat? This takes so much pressure off of my Arceus, as well as my Yveltal. Precipice Blades here. I'm just gonna overheat because it's more accurate. As it looks like he's focused. Okay, never mind. I didn't know the damage rolls. So we take out Marshadow for only 38% on our Groudon. So I'll take that. In comes the Sableye. Is this gonna go for Toxic? Like, I'm just gonna go into Magearna here. I don't think you'd knock off. I think you'd go for Toxic here. Foul Play works too. Fleur Cannon, very, very free here. I could see him going for Protect, but since he's Foul Play, we're just gonna check what Sableye runs in this tier. I'm assuming it runs like Toxic, Foul Play, Toxic, or Will-O-Wisp. Yeah. So he could have Protect. I could see him going for Protect here because Groudon's pretty dang obvious here. Like his Groudon's pretty dang obvious. I don't really have a good switch into his Groudon. Like I don't have a good. But then he just gets up rocks for free is a problem. I think Arceus Water. I think Arceus Water is good here. Goes on to Groudon. I'll go for the Toxic, even if he goes in the Sableye. I have PO Belt. I just don't want to give him free rocks. That's why I made this play. Because with rocks, it can be a little bit more annoying to deal with Yveltal. Not even Yveltal. I guess I didn't. Whatever. We're just making the play to make the play. I'm looking at his team, and I don't know if I had to make the play, but his team is. I have Magearna for this. Magearna beats that, and it looks like he stayed in to go for Swords Dance. This can be a threat for show, but considering his Swords Dance, he probably doesn't beat my Giratina. I could see him Fire Punching here, but that's fine because he's gonna still take toxic damage. Goes for the Rock Tomb, which doesn't even do that much damage, honestly. That does actually like laughable damage. So SD, he's probably the mix set with SD, Precipice Blades, and Fire Blast or Fire Punch, something like that. Usually Fire Punch. He still doesn't kill me with any hit. And I can just go for a Hex here if he wants to Fire Punch. Yup. And we knock out Groudon here. Nice. Nice. That's the only Mon we actually needed Giratina for. Unless he's maybe Giratina normal. But I think with Toxic, Scarfy Veltal's Foul Play, I think we should be okay. Reel's RC is Poison. I'm actually not sure. I know this thing runs some janky set to check Xerneas some of the time. SD. Ooh. I don't need this Pokemon, so if he wants SD, I'm gonna Thunder Wave. Goes for Sludge Bomb. Doesn't actually KO me, and we get off a Thunder Wave, which is actually really nice. And he just forfeits. Yeah. Nice. So we win that game. Yeah, we get another /IO. Good luck. We're like, I think we're at 16-70. We'll check after. Okay. So again, he has no good switches for Groudon, like at all. Unless this is RC's Water. I don't want to lead off with it though, because I don't want this thing clicking Brave Bird. This might be a little bit annoying because it looks like he's a stall team or something. Shaymin. Again, Shaymin always deceptively looks like it can do things, but then I never get to bring it out. I have to get rid of these Pokemon, honestly. Groudon looks really good as a lead, but if he leads off with Ho, I'm immediately in a bad situation. Though I could just go directly into Arceus as he goes out into Ferrothorn. Then he goes for Leech Seed. I'd rather just lead off with Giratina immediately. Leads off with Ferrothorn. I'm going to Thunder Wave this, try and limit the amount of hazards it can get. Plus I can go for Hex and get off a huge hit on this thing. Because this thing's a frustration for my team to deal with. Because obviously I don't switch it on Leech Seed. Groudon has limited recovery. Shaymin kind of beats it, but I have to flinch it down. So I'd rather get off the Para so I can flinch it down if anything. Goes for the Leech Seed. I do want to get off a Hex, but I won't do that much. We'll go for the Hex. Oh, that does beautiful damage. Nice. I don't think you'd stay in here. If anything, you go for Protect. But we're going to attempt to Defog here. Yep, nice. So we can get off the Defog there. And I'm going to bring in my Groudon here to attempt to try and beat this Klefki. I didn't want to get Thunder Waved also. And Overheat is looking nice. Looking real nice. Really nice. I'm going to go right for the Overheat here. Brings out the Arceus Ground as I do a hefty chunk to his Arceus Ground. Beautiful damage. I like it. Looking at his team, this should be Defog, but he might also not be Defog because he has like dual hazards. I really do want a Toxic on this thing, but I don't want to take the damage on Groudon to do that. So I'll go out to my Arceus Water as he doubles out on a Ho-Oh. Interesting. The Judgment can come out here. He should expect that. I'm just gonna go for it anyway, I think. But I don't want this thing getting toxic though. And we have Heal Bell anyway. I could throw off a Toxic of my own. That way my Giratina doesn't really have... It already doesn't switch in. It already doesn't switch in well with Giratina. I think I'm going to win with Giratina spamming Hex too. Well, not win, but like it's really good versus him. Go for Toxic here. Could go on a Ferrothorn. Judgment really won't do that much. I'm a Toxic here. Doubles on the Ferrothorn. That's totally fine. Oh, I didn't actually notice he didn't have leftovers, so Judgment was a better play for sure. We're gonna bring out a Groudon again here, and Overheat is looking like he can pick up a KO. I hope he hits himself. Honestly, I really hope you just hit yourself. That'd be amazing for me, because I think Groudon could just not sweep, but it puts in massive work with Rocks Up, because he is RC's ground, so it doesn't switch in on Overheat. So let's see what he wants to do here. Definitely should have Judgmented there, because then I would have put him in range of Hex. I thought he was leftovers, so like I wouldn't stay in obviously, and he get 2 rounds of leftovers anyway. Goes for the Leech Seed. If I stay in here, he would go for Overheat, or he's gonna pivot out to his Arceus or Ho. I want to bring in my Giratina. As he brings out Ho. Yup. And I want to go for a Thunder Wave because it does hit the Clef Key. As well as if he wants to stay in. And he won't be able to knock me out, and I can go for Hex. Yeah, nice. And that also helps with Groudon because that means I can go for a double Overheat when this thing was to come in. So I'll go for... go for a Hex here, do heavy damage, then I can get up my rocks. And then what does that do for me? I can pivot out into Arceus, then he just brings in Ferrothorn. I'm just gonna Hex. I get off huge damage on something here. Goes out into Xerneas, and that damage is nice because now my Groudon, like everything is just in range of Groudon just clicking attacks. I'll save this now. I don't want to go directly into Groudon because I don't want it taking the hit if he wants to go for Geomancy. Yeah, and I'm going to hard swap his boost away. Hopefully he goes for Focus Blast and misses, so I get a free turn. Goes for the Moon Blast though. Going to steal your boost right quick, and then I'm going to punish something with a Fleur Cannon. And considering I got speed, that means his O doesn't check me either. So Florican is gonna do a crap ton. Nice. And I'm just gonna Volt Switch here as he goes for the Screens, which is no set. Gonna bring out my Groudon here. And I'm gonna get my rocks up. I should be okay versus Arceus ground anyway. As he brings it out. I don't think you'd Ice Beam here. I think you'd recover. So let's see. Or Judgment. I don't think you'd go for either of those though. I'm gonna go out to my Giratina here. As he just goes directly for the Defog, which is interesting. He should go for the Ice Beam if he has it. So I'll pivot out into my... I don't want to get in Toxic. But if he does have Toxic... I don't think you have Toxic on this though. You wouldn't Toxic... You could. But if he does do that, then my Shaymin can take him on. Yeah. So this will be fine. I'll go for Toxic here. Yeah, that's fine. I'm bringing out Skymin here. You should knock him out. You should knock him out with Leaf Flare. I mean, Seed Flare. You should knock him out. At least I'm hoping you do anyway. Because I want to keep his RC's ground low for my Groudon. I guess I should have attacked and maybe not have opted for rocks, but he gave me RC's there. So that's really, really nice. It's looking like my Skymin can just win. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have, doesn't that even matter? I mean, he killed my Giratina, which doesn't matter. This thing sets up... I really want to kill Keys, but I think I might just use this to kill Keys. That way my Groudon just wins a game. And I don't have to worry... Well, he can't paralyze my Yveltal, but my Yveltal wins too. I just don't want the hazards up. He's gonna go for Hyper Voice here. He's gonna go out to my Magearna. Because I'm assuming he's Mega. Goes for Heal Bell. Ooh. Ooh, but this gives me a Volt Switch here. If you would like to stay in. I could bring in my Groudon anyway. Ooh, Heal Bell. Gardevoir. That kind of blows, but you know, hey. At least you can do something when Groudon comes in on you. But we'll Volt Switch here. He lost his electric immunity as he brings out the Ferrothorn, and we're just going to bring out a Groudon one more time. Gonna get up our rocks again as he brings out Banhug, and into Arceus we go as he goes for that, and we'll recover. And if this is his initial switch in and he stays in to go for it again, I mean, we check you, so I don't care. Yeah. Yeah, so once I catch Ho with a Toxic, it's just game over, honestly. And everything pretty much dies the Groudon. So let's see here. I really just want to get in my Skymin on a potential Leech Seed / rocks here and start going to town. It does go for the rocks, so I'm gonna go for my Z growth here. And I'm either gonna flinch this thing down or I'm gonna kill the Klefki. And even then I could bring this in on Ferrothorn later just to throw off some air slashes versus him. Which he doesn't really switch in too well. So I'm gonna go for my Z growth here and start doing things. So I'm assuming he's gonna go for maybe Gyro, but I need damage because my Arceus Water wins too. I just need to damage this thing, and it looks like he stayed in. So what do you go for? Goes for Gyro. We easily take that. Air Slash. It's harder. Go for the Air Slash here. As he gives us the damage. And he breaks through. Come on, man. But if he switches out, he's in range of Judgment. So that's good. So... Actually, you can Dark Pulse here too. Or Oblivion Wing. I like Oblivion Wing better. Because if he goes out into his Klefki, then I can just go into my Groudon and pick up a KO. So I'd rather this. So we Oblivion Wing here. Hopefully kill Ferrothorn. Please just give me Ferrothorn at this point. That'd be beautiful. It'd be really, really nice. But I'd really like to Oblivion Wing here. And anything he goes out into, I can pivot out into Magearna. Like, we're looking really, really nice right now. Arceus Water is set to sweep. I wish we flinched this thing down. I really, really wish we flinched this thing down. That would have been so good. Because then I maybe could do something with it, but... yeah, because I would have killed Ferrothorn, and then he would have been forced to sack Klefki too. And then my Arceus Water just won, because he couldn't paralyze me or anything crazy. And then I outspeed Gardevoir. Xerneas, I'm pretty sure is in range of Judgment, and I deal with Ho. So like, that would have been so good, man. So he gives us the Ferrothorn. Nice. Get a little bit of recovery, which doesn't really, I guess helps with switching in the rocks. But this game's looking over soon. Goes out into Klefki. He cannot Thunder Wave me because I'm Dark type. So I think staying in and Oblivion Winging is fine. I could also go Groudon, but I don't want Groudon getting weakened for anything. So I'll stay in here. Actually, he might have, I don't think they run Play Rough on this. Thunder Wave. He might be Play Rough, huh? Thunder Wave. Spikes? I feel like it'd be Spikes because he's Rocks Ferrothorn. Play Rough won't knock me out, so I'll continue to go for this. And now I do knock him out. Like, he dies of rocks now, so I Oblivion Wing one more time. As he goes for Draining Kiss. Oh no, what is this bullshit? What is this bullshit? That's actually really annoying. Draining Kiss, out of all moves. I want to knock him out on like the last center Reflect though. Ours is Water Winds. I'll go into Magearna here. Doubles out on the guard. Interesting. I do want to get off a Flurrican in here and then Volt Switch. Because I want to put him in range of my Groudon. Does Gardevoir even have a set? Gardevoir. It's not using Ubers, and I've never seen this set ever, so I don't know what he has. But he goes for Hyper Voice, doesn't do too much. As we do hit him with the Flurry Cannon. We'll Volt Switch now. He goes for another Hyper Voice, and we can bring in I'll Groudon here and go right for the Precious Blaze. This should knock him out at this range. Stone Edge from like T-Tar can kill. This is stronger. This should knock him out. We kill him with this. Are we choking? It's annoying, man. Pulls out Draining Kiss Klefki. That's not a set. I was assuming maybe Spikes or even Play Rough would have been fine. Because I just wanted Klefki gone. That was the whole reason why I tried to set up with Shaymin. And this is probably going to be the last game because we're already 33 minutes. But come on. Just give me your Gardevoir, please. Just give me Gardevoir. Arceus Water should win. Give me your guard. Goes directly into Xerneas. We do connect. And I'd rather overheat here and guaranteed KO him. I mean, has a higher chance to hit. Nice. And he can't set up anything with keys. Goes on a Ho. I still don't think we can lose this, honestly. Terrible. I can just Dark Pulse on him. I really feel like we just throw out Groudon. I'm pretty sure we beat his Gardevoir with the rest of our members. I'll go for Toxic here. Oh, we do die. I didn't think we die from that. But we can just go out to our RCs here, click Judgment, get a KO. And he should sack this Pokemon. If he sacks keys, we win for sure. I don't think he can win this. Yeah, it gives me finally goes out into Gardevoir. My best play is just a judgment because I win with Dark Pulse from Yveltal anyway. And he might be in range. I don't think he is, considering Fleur Cannon didn't. Oh, never mind. He is in range. Okay, and nice. And now we kill Ho-Oh. So that kind of got a little bit scary at the end there, but we managed to pull that back. GG. Nice. And it looks like we're 1670s, which is how high on the ladder? 1670. Look at that. Nice. Nice. We're like top 50. Top 51. Oh man, my dreams. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be bringing more Ubers and stuff. And I'll get better with commentating and stuff as I learn the tier more and more. And I did enter in the Uber seasonals. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.